Warning, this video is not suitable for some viewers. Also, I may have used some of your clips in this video. When you think about the importance of roller coasters, one thing you have to consider is lifespan. A roller coaster's lifespan can either be very long or sort of short. There are recently built coasters that can last forever. There are old coasters that have their lifespan cut short due to being outdated. Hell, there are even coasters that have been around for over a century. Now this coaster I'm about to talk about is far from what I've already explained. This coaster lies in the category of doomed to fail from the very start. That's where the lack of longevity is the only option for this coaster. Ladies and gentlemen, enthusiasts and people of the general public, this is Twist Coaster Robin, the roller coaster that only opened for one day. Now let's go through some stats and general features for this ride. Twist Coaster Robin operated at Japan's Yomiuri Land, which is also home to Bandit, one of Japan's largest coasters. This coaster was made by Japanese manufacturer Sansei Yusoki, who is known for making, Twist Coaster Robin. You may know about this manufacturer from merging with SNS Worldwide to create SNS Sansei. The cost to build this ride was 450 million yen. If you have seen the El Loco coasters by SNS, then you know what goes on with this ride, as it shares a lot of similarities. It may go 62.3 feet high, the length may be 1026.9 feet, the ride may speed at 38.5 miles per hour, but this ride had a beyond vertical 93-degree drop in two inversions, a heartlane roll and a dive loop. This coaster opened on the 50th anniversary of Yomiuri Land on March 19th, 2014, and then it closed on March 19th, 2014. We're in for a real treat today. On opening, and soon to be closing day, the coaster was all hyped up and primed to open. Now before we get into anything else, let me just note that I have found no reviews in the slightest for this ride. The short operation really put this ride off the map, but I'll try to get what the ride experience must have been like. This ride looked pretty cool. The two inversions seem to provide some great hang time, and that initial drop looks awesome. And then there's the rest of the ride. A lot of the turns look unnatural. Not unnatural in the sense of the weirdness of the El Loco coasters, but unnatural in terms of jerkiness and lack of smoothness. I mean, this is not Werner Stengel or Alan Schilke we're talking about. Actually, I don't know who the hell we're talking about. With this track work, the designer would have went into hiding, never to see the light again. If you aren't certain by the ride's failure with the general track design, then the mechanical issues will change your mind. On the day of opening, a coaster car was going up the lift hill, and at some place towards the bottom of the lift hill, the car rolled back into the station, directly colliding into another coaster car. No anti-rollback system to stop and hold it, no brakes to slow or stop the car, nothing. 3 people were on the ride during the incident, and thankfully, no injuries were reported. Now let me remind you that in Japan, once a coaster has an incident, that said coaster has to be closed for a while after said incident. It happened with Thunder Dolphin, it happened with Steel Dragon 2000, and it now happened with this ride. After 2 years of trying to safely settle things and reopen Twist Coaster Robin, Yomiuri Land finally said, no. The park simply couldn't handle dealing with this ride, so in March of 2016, just 2 years after the ride opened and closed, Twist Coaster Robin was removed from Yomiuri Land. What's the moral of this disaster? Trust a company who is experienced with this big coaster shtick. Do I think that Sansei Yusoki would have improved from this big design flaw? Absolutely, because like Yoda says in The Last Jedi,
the greatest teacher, failure is.
But now that they have merged into SNS Sansei, their work from their failure has already paid itself off. And even after all of that, Yomiuri Land is doing just fine after the downfall of Twist Coaster Robin. It feels like not a single dent was put upon them. because they would really want you to forget about this ride. And that's all for Twist Coaster Robin, the coaster you can only ride for one day. What failed or maybe successful coaster contraption should I talk about next? If you have any ideas, go ahead and post them in the comments. Stay tuned for more stuff from SingleRiderReak, and have a thrilling rest of the day.